So we're going to look at a couple poems now in no particular order. We already looked at the locket. We're going to look at the swan, the wishing star, lion pride, and one big Mako. I realize I need to try to include at least one poem in Creole English because people seem to like those, right? All right. So, and here are some suggested songs if you want to get some songs that kind of fit this theme. 1 Billion X, that's by Hillsong. Hulk by Blacks, or is it Blake's? Blacks. Bushead by Bungie and Marshall, I love that. Who God Bless, Blacks. Pocket Full of Sunshine by Natasha Bedingfield, right? So if you want to look at those songs outside of the webinar, feel free. And here's our very first poem, which I'm going to read for you, The Wishing Star. We may not answer all of those questions, but I'm just going to, yeah, it's from my book, Rhyme with Reason, Noah's Ark. And it's a collection of animal poems. So this is called The Wishing Star by yours truly. So do enjoy. I hope that this will allow you to de-stress from the very stressful Chinese that I just put you through. All right, The Wishing Star, all in English. The Wishing Star. A starfish in the crystal blues of the clear tropic seas would pine her little life away. She longed and longed and longed for the day when she would twinkle, shimmer, shine, glow like her cousins in their nighttime shows. But she didn't know that a starfish in the crystal blues, drifting along a sandy floor, was meant to reflect gold sunny sprays in a masterpiece on grand display that inspires with beauty, patterns, art, shapes, in perfect designs that our Creator creates. So God whispered to her that a starfish in the crystal blues, sprinkling the sea with perfect taste, is a guiding star that points the way to his wisdom kind and bottomless grace that fills hearts with content, laughter, joy, hope, as in his love we trust and grow. So she went with his flow, that a starfish in those crystal blues, settling serene on sandy beds, should not be swept by the current sway, but light her world from her rightful place, glowing with honor, wisdom, pride, faith, reaching new heights by running her race. So now she knows her royal favor in his sight. She's a beauty rare, unique, special, a 5-star delight. Okay, glad you enjoyed that. So did that speak to you in any way? What coming out of this whole topic of self-love and self-care, like why was the wishing star so unhappy in the first place?
Well, I think she was comparing herself to other stars, well, her cousin in the sky, apparently. And
Right.
she felt insufficient because they're shiny and in the night they're on display. And she felt unhappy. So, yeah, comparing herself and not understanding her purpose.
Right, exactly. Like, do you guys ever have that kind of issue, like where you feel like you're comparing yourself with other people? I know that like social media could do that to people without you even realizing it. Like I've heard people say when they go on social media like Facebook and people are posting pictures of like where they're going on vacation or they just got their new car or things like that. Do you all ever have issues with things like that? No. Okay. Well, that's good.
I think it happens more to younger people. But
Oh,
but for me, at my age, I am not as easily swayed by what somebody else is doing.
okay. That's good. Well, the person I was talking about is actually around my age. Actually around my age. And yeah, and I was telling her that actually, first of all, she can't even be sure that what people are posting is true. People could post anything, and they could be painting a picture that's not necessarily true. But you're right, could be something that maybe the younger generations may have an issue with. Yeah. So what, according to the poem, was the solution for this wishing star? What was the answer to her challenge?
Well, I guess discovering her purpose. I mean, after God pointed out why she was created and, what exactly her purpose was, she began to understand that and accepted it and fulfilled her function, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So like you know um all of us may be at different stages, right? So I think that um sometimes, I don't know, does everybody here feel like they know their purpose? I know that's a really personal question. Everybody may not want to be, answer honestly about that. I don't know. How about
I I think that well, for me, over the years, I mean, since I was a child, I always had that desire to be a teacher.
okay,
And along the way, it looked like it wasn't going to happen. And, God just made a way that, you know, I ended up being an early childhood educator. Um, for me, over the years, I've come to realize that some of these things in my childhood that I didn't quite understand has been revealed to me over the years, you know? And I remember doing a Life in the Spirit seminar, and when they laid hands on me and prayed, they said that the prophecy they got for me is you are the salt of the earth. And I toiled with that for a little while, trying to figure out what that means. What you mean by I'm the salt of the earth? And it took a little while, it took some years before I kind of got a clearer understanding of what it meant,
right,
you know? And it really means that salt brings taste or flavor to things.
right,
And then I understood that, I'm supposed to be different. I'm supposed to make the difference, right?
right,
And during my experiences, I've come to realize that in some cases where I really make the difference in other people's lives, you know,
right.
and
Well,
I
you're
I still have that love and passion for teaching.
right,
So it's like you understand some portion of your purpose,
right, yeah,
not everything yet.
right.
So
Correct, correct,
that's
correct.
my experience so far.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes I look at like people who are outwardly successful, people who are really, really super successful, like say like a big movie star or an actor, an actress, a movie star, singer, something like that. And then sometimes I wonder, okay, um, just because you're successful in that way, does it mean that you're living out your purpose? Not necessarily, I really think that we find our purpose by connecting with the person who designed our purpose, who is God. He knows exactly what he's designed us for. And very often, what he has imagined for us, we may not have imagined for ourselves. He says he would do super abundantly more than we could ever dream, ask, or imagine, because we may, he's so infinite, he's so limitless. There are no bounds to his imagination and the things that he can dream about. And we in our little head might dream something that we think is big, and he will go way beyond that. So I really think that when we connect with God, that's when we really connect with our purpose. When we make God our friend through salvation in Jesus Christ, and we get to know God, that's when we really plug in to our purpose. So that's what this poem is about. So I'll continue to the next one unless somebody had something they wanted to say. So I'm going to go on to the next one. That was great, Nicole. Thank you for sharing that.